Olá, olá, bem-vindos aqui mais uma vez à casa de São Lázaro. And today we're going to talk about simple things in life, right? Simple things. Um, for you that, like me, love films and movies and whatever, there's a phrase, a catchphrase, I think you should remember, just like me. Um, do you swear to say the truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God? Something like this. Well, I do. I do. Because you know why? I was born in a country that I really respect, but that has a mindset that is not like me. Okay? But I respect that. And respecting means that you live like you think you must live, and you let other people live as they think. Aboru aboye, abochiche. Hello, my friend. So, what happens is that you live and you let live, right? Um, but when you feel that you need something else, you go for it, right? You go for it. You just go. You're not disrespecting anyone. You're just respecting yourself. Yourself. You're respecting yourself. You're respecting the call that you hear inside you, that you feel inside you. Okay? So, when you respect this call and you respect others, well, it is a life-changing process, because you start at one point, but you know you're going to get to another. You know. Um, but for you to be able to respect this whole process, you need to first respect yourself and respect the others, right? You cannot you cannot look at others like they are conquerors or something from the past they don't even fucking know, right? They have nothing to do with, right? We all make mistakes, all. There's no saint here. The planet Earth is not a planet to saints, right? It is not. It is a planet for trials and tribulations. But when you start judging other people for mistakes that it's not from them, it's from a geographic place, not from them. Them has a person. What? Hmm. When you start judging people by that, the only thing you're doing is that you're opening opening a door for someone to judge you, for someone to look at you, for someone to evaluate your faults. Because if you are judging me, I have the right to defend myself, don't I? Justification, baby. You know what it is, right? Years and years and years talking about this. I don't know if you practice, but you talk a lot. So you have to put your actions where your mouth is, right? So if you start judging people day in, day out, day in, day out, there will be a point, there will come a time that someone will be judging you, right? Right. If you judge people just because you don't know, you don't want them to grow, to outgrow you, well, it's going to happen anyway. You know why? Because if a person needs to get to a certain point, it doesn't matter. There's nothing you can do to enslave, right? You, that say that you are, um, you have ancestors that were enslaved. Did they get away? They did, right? So why do you try to enslave people with knowledge? Because that's what you do today. That's what you're doing. You're fucking doing it. You're being the former. You're trying to enslave people so they don't outgrow you. You're trying to enslave people. But if those people are rich people and come to your door and knock very slightly, very slowly, with a bag full of money, you will receive all those motherfuckers in your house and you call them grandsons. Even the old bat, right? That's a fucking marketing move, right? Right. This is a fucking shame. This is a fucking shame. You know why? You're a seller. You're just a seller. If you're a real spiritual worker, a real one, and I deal, thank God, I deal with a lot. I deal with a lot of spiritual workers. Real. First thing they will do is to evaluate you for the person that you are and for the potential that you may have. That's the first thing they do. And that was the first thing you did, right? You're not real, but that's the first thing you did. You tried to evaluate me to see if I could outgrow you. And you thought to yourself, well, this motherfucker from Portugal, who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? Right? He will never get here. But guess what? if you, I'm starting to doubt you. I'm sorry. If you are in reality um, descendant from your ancestors, or from those kinds of ancestors that you say you are, I'm starting to doubt you. Your ancestors were stolen from Africa, were enslaved in Puerto Rico. But guess what? They come true anyway, didn't they? So why wouldn't I be able to do the same thing? Just because you don't want to? Just because you try to enslave me without knowledge? Hmm. That's a beautiful attitude from you, isn't it? Isn't it? Right. I really love it. I really, really love it. Well, if this is all you got, well, you ain't got a lot of shit, right? And if you defend your culture so much, so much, can you give me the link? Can you show me what you have accomplished in Puerto Rico? I really, really am curious about everything you've accomplished outside the United States, outside of your comfort zone, outside of your rich clients. I'm really interested on knowing what you have accomplished outside your comfort zone, outside of rich United States of America clients. You hate the United States, right? You fucking hate it. But guess what? That's where you live. And you're not getting out, are you? So, and another thing, can you tell me how did you get out of that situation? How did you explain to the authorities that this guy that was doing ceremony with you died under your watch? How were you able to explain to the authorities that it was an accident? Why did you skip town? Why? Did all your grandsons and granddaughters, do they know that you let the people die under your watch? Well, this whole fucking mess is on you, right? For explaining to do, not to me. because I don't give a shit. But to all your granddaughters and your grandsons, and to all your spiritual community, what happened to the other spiritual community in the other city? Did you leave them all by themselves to start fresh? What a fucking pity, isn't it? Well, I'm crying out here. And do you really, really believe in all that bullshit you're inventing? That spirituality is telling you to tell to the world. You really believe that bullshit, right? Well, let me tell you something. Even a hustler like you should have a limit. So I'm going to give you a friendly advice. Stop digging. Or in the center of the earth, you will find lava and you will get burned. No one is pointing a gun to your head, making you dig, is it? Or you're going to skip down again. Start fresh again, again and again and again. Ache. So, now to the serious people. Now, piece of advice to all the serious people that are around the world, and fortunately, there are a lot. Thank God. You recognize a spiritual worker, a real spiritual worker, when that person, man or woman, um, tells you things that only you could know about. They are real when they care about their work and they care about you. They care that their work will make you better. They care when not a couple of bucks makes the difference, right? Because they will want you to grow, to grow, to be with you, to be happy with you. Because they know your success is their success. That's how I do it. If a client of mine lives good, lives in success, that will mean that client will always advertise my work. Always. So if my client is, because he will continue to consultate with me, things will be smooth, things will go always good, and that's real advertising, isn't it? You don't need fucking social media. You don't need Twitter. You don't need Instagram. You don't need anything. Anything. You just need to be yourself and to be good and to be humble and to be grateful for the opportunity to work with the spirits. Because you know, right? You know that at any moment, spirits can disconnect with you because they see you are betraying their values. You know this, right? You understand this. Do what you got to do, and that's fine. But don't bullshit spiritual work, spiritual people, spiritual clients. Don't bullshit with spirituality because you're going to get burned real bad. Because there's no defense to a guilty heart. There's no defense. No armor, no army, no lion, no archangel can save you from the bullshit are doing to you and to other people's lives. No one. Okay? You know what? I'm really, really, really happy. Really, really happy today. You know why? Because I'm in my position, you're in yours. I wouldn't trade it for the world. Sometimes we have to let it go. Sometimes we need to respect other people's faults. Sometimes we have to understand why they do the things they do. But other times we have to speak up because it is wrong. Not by me, not by Portugal, not by Spain, not by Europe, not by nothing. It is wrong. It's simply wrong. If you're disrespectful, you give justification to people to call you out and to tell you, you don't fuck with me. You know why? Because I don't allow you. I don't allow you. You know? I don't fuck with you. Why are you trying to fuck with me? Right? Don't give me bullshit answers. If you're a spiritual worker, do your fucking job. Just do it. Do your fucking job. That's what you are supposed to do. Supposed. If you're a spiritual worker, why the fuck do you have issues? Why the fuck do I have to deal with your issues? Right? If I'm a client, if I'm a student, if whatever, why the fuck do I have to deal with your issues? You have something against Spain? Wow. You have something against America? Wow. You have something against me? Wow. Hmm. That's fucking bullshit. And you know it. You know it. If you think you control things better just because people are around the corner, you are wrong. They will bullshit you anyway. Anyway, people will be kind to you just because they are around the corner. You're wrong. If you don't trust people, you are not trustworthy. Are you? This is why. This is why a lot of people progress in their lives and others don't. Because some people trust the process, trust the spirits, trust their cuadro, their spiritual curve. Some people just know. Sticks and stones, baby. Right? When you think that you're better than anyone else, well, guess what? You're just sitting in the floor like everyone else. Okay? So, a really, really good spiritual worker, the first thing you must do is to be a really, 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 really good person. That will be fucking amazing. That will make a difference. If you're a really good person, spirits will work with you, will want to work with you. It will be their privilege to work with a good person. Not to work. Spirits don't care about social media. They don't care. You're telling me there is Twitter on spiritual world, or Facebook, or YouTube, or whatever. They don't care. They simply. Well, your time is up. I gave you some time. Your time is up. Okay? Have yourself a blessed day. That God that you call so much may give you everything that is inside your mind, inside your heart, inside you as a person.